Oh, there it is.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing, everyone?
I am kin enough.
It's Knuff.
Knuff. I'm Knuff.
I'm holding up my coffee mug that's from the Barbie movie. I am Knuff.
Mm,
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Not Today. We're doing this from home just
sorry.
because there was some scheduling issues.
This time it was my fault.
Yeah. I mean, the time before when it was my fault, I had a very legitimate excuse, okay?
Well, yeah, but forgetting's an excuse.
No, it's not, Eddie.
It's absolutely an excuse.
Forgetting is not an excuse.
It's
Forgetting you're
totally.
leaving town. You've had a lot going on. So I was like, hey,
Oh.
cut him some slack. But
Well, I told you, Space, we recorded 2 weeks ago. We knocked out two, and I'm like, in my head, I was like, okay, well, we're good until I get back. And then I was uploading the show this week for the
and then you did
Patreon
the
people.
math.
And I did the math. I'm like, wait a second, this is the last show we have banked, and I'm leaving on Friday. Oh shit, we don't have a show.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
No.
but in my head 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, we're set until July 5th.
Yeah.
But
Math.
we're
It's
not.
not either of our
Math.
strong points, let's be
No,
honest.
no. That's why I'm
But
doing this for a living.
have
And it's not
you
even a
ever
living.
thought have you ever thought about what you would be doing if you weren't doing this?
I'd probably be a football coach.
You'd be a football coach?
I was offered my high school football coach after I graduated college. I had done
Oh,
some
high
work for
school.
him.
Thank God. I was just like, Eddie, are you like one of those guys that's like, I could coach in the NFL?
Okay, yeah, I could do it. I'd be in the NFL by now if I'd started. Um, After I graduated high
The
school, I went to
delusion is strong with this
I have
one.
to hold on to these what ifs. I graduated high school. My high school football coach got a job at another high school. So during the summer, I would go help him before I'd go off to college. I'd help him set up his training camps or whatever for his high school kids.
Uh-huh.
And then when I graduated college, I was getting ready to move out here. And he called me up. He's like, "Hey, I got a new head coaching gig. I'd like you to be an assistant on my staff." And I was like, "Well, I'd already accepted my enrollment to Chapman for my master's program. I'd already got an apartment. Like I was 2 weeks from, I was packing to move to California
Yeah.
when he offered me the gig. I'm like, I'm already going this way. I can't. So had I
Yeah.
not done that, I would have gone. I probably would have been a high school football coach for several years, and then I don't know where I'd be. Probably
That's
drunk.
crazy. No. You've never been that kind of guy. You've
No,
never been
but
that
yeah,
kind of guy.
I would have been a high school football coach probably.
It's so funny because I'm like, what would I have done? And I'm like, I probably would have been a therapist.
That's a good route too. That helps people.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that both of us would have been of service. And then we're like, do we like people that much? I
No,
don't know. Not all of
no.
them. I got to catch up with some buddies of mine. I did Harloff's show, Christian Harloff's YouTube show the other
Okay.
day,
Yeah, yeah.
with Mike Kalinowski, and it was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time talking about Supergirl, and it was so interesting to just see the automatic like pigeonholes they put movies in, just based on like marketing and stuff like that, just based on
Yeah,
marketing and just based on like the formulas around these type of movies,
yeah.
um so it was, Mike and I had a really good conversation about just why we were excited about Supergirl, and then the comment section just lit us up, and they
Oh,
were like, you guys are homers and blah
bunch of
blah blah
chodes.
blah
Bunch of
blah.
chodes in the comment section.
I mean, look, one of the funniest critiques I got.
Yeah.
What are you doing? ASMR over
I
there? What
No,
are you building a diorama?
a box fell and I had to pick it up. Sorry.
Jesus. I was
My
like, are
bad.
you building a diorama over there? Like, is it
There's a lot of
Eddie's mystery
distractions here.
box?
There's a lot of
Yeah, no
distractions here.
shit. That shelf behind you is out of control.
So
They're gonna start kicking people off that shelf like this is Sparta. There's that many toys on that shelf,
I
Eddie.
love it. It's my happy place.
But not Tracy. She walks in and she's
No,
just like,
it's her
there's
unhappy place.
just so much
Dry vag.
stuff in here.
Dry vag central. She walks over here and you hear it dry
Perimenopause?
up.
No, just walk past Eddie's toy shelf. Um, but it was so funny because one of the comments that I saw that like got a little under my skin, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
was they were like, this movie's not going to succeed because Supergirl doesn't smile enough.
Oh, fuck off. Wow.
They were like, look, James Gunn took this character in an interesting direction. I'm not as familiar with this comic or this story. Like, is she kind of beat up at this point in the journey? Is she kind
And
of, like a little
this particular
sassier?
version of this particular version he adapted this story arc he adapted. It's very similar. It's a very specific storyline from Supergirl that
Yeah.
was written this way, and that's what he took it from. He didn't take like one of the classic Supergirl stories. It was this very specific uh
Yeah.
run in the Supergirl comics that this story was adapted from. And it's like it's I mean, I would honestly, I like the fact that she is so different than Clark, than
Previous
Superman.
versions.
Well, they're
Yeah.
just she. Why would you want a exact female version of Superman?
Yeah, that'd be boring. No
Yeah,
offense.
this is
Superman is
far more interesting.
lovely and sweet, but like also
Yeah,
golden
but we know.
retriever energy. He has
Yeah,
such golden retriever energy.
he's like, I want to please you. I want to please throw that so I can go get it. Please get hurt so I can help you. That's Superman.
But that's not who she is at all. She's just
No,
like, this is a holy inconvenience for me,
right,
and
but
so like
it
we're gonna try to keep it as spoiler free as possible.
right,
But
but
look, we
I
may
mean
mention some stuff.
these things were happening in the comic. She experienced everything you can tell how their past probably would have been very similar and they split because she lived through everything.
Yeah.
And so she experienced the loss and the heartache of Krypton and all that and her family and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Where Clark didn't. He was a baby. He got thrown into America and was raised by two great people in Kansas.
exactly.
So he has a very different upbringing. So you can see where they may have started. Had she had that exact same story, she may have ended up like that. But she had a
Yeah, but
different path.
that's she
And that's
had
interesting.
she had full knowledge. I think it goes to show you too, like in the developmental like psychology of it all, but like, when you're old enough to comprehend the major losses that you're suffering, like that stuff's going to impact who you are.
Yeah.
So like to paint her in the same, like someone with her experiences versus Superman's experiences would not be the same person.
No, and I'm not going to give anything away here, but it sums it up to me. It summed it up perfectly and beautifully by the final act she does at the end of the movie.
Yeah, for
Superman would
sure.
not have made that choice. Superman doesn't make
Yeah.
that choice. She
No,
does,
not at
and
all.
it's because of the path that she's been on.
Yeah, and it was I really think they did a great job with the flashbacks. I think the
Yeah,
flashbacks, if you aren't as familiar with her backstory, they don't like hit you over the head with it. I thought they were beautiful flashbacks. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it was
and
so
told and
well.
paced well. They were told in a good.
Yeah,
They were put in a good place in the story.
they were. And they were like I said, gorgeous shot. And
Yeah,
really liked the way that they showed you that world. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They painted that world for you. But it's just so interesting to me how fans of the comic book or fans of comic books in general we're just so stuck on, yeah, but she's angsty and she doesn't smile enough and I'm just like, yeah, that's why I dig her.
but
I
what's
love that.
hilarious is all the Snyder Bros are all upset because they love the dark DCU, and this is almost has shades of that in it, and they're all like,
It
"Well, she's not
does.
happy and smiley enough." I'm like, "This is what you chodes wanted. You wanted a dark superhero. Here you go." It just
Yeah,
shows you that it's solely because she doesn't have a penis, I
penis are a big,
believe.
is it, or is it a big rack?
Well,
You know what I
Superwoman
mean?
has the
Like,
big rack, or Power Girl has the big rack. In the comics, Power Girl is known for her massive rack, not Supergirl.
I know, but I'm just like, they were just like, yeah, any type of like anytime they throw a female character and she's more of like an anti-hero vibe, they love to like show it to you by throwing a trench coat on her and making her
Yeah,
like sassier and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I dug her. I'm like, this movie didn't have to be, and this was, I guess, where they were talking about like the marketing. They were like, the marketing's not aimed towards men, and men are who spend the predominant amount of money when it comes to superhero movies. And I'm just like, but is it okay to market something to someone other than just
right.
men?
Can we evolve past that? Can we try
Yeah,
to
like
make a superhero movie for other people?
yeah, and I feel like it was honestly giving women the option of like it doesn't just have to be Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
You know, in terms of
exactly.
DC, it doesn't just have to be Wonder Woman, who's this perfect, idyllic, Amazon of a woman. Like, this is something for the scrappy 5'4",
Yeah.
slightly a little off women, where I'm like, yeah, I can see myself in her. By the way, I love any time that I relate to a character on screen, they're a fucking alien.
They're not from here. You're not from here, are you?
No, but it goes to show, like, I was like, oh, this is a little too relatable. I saw the other movie I saw besides this was Disclosure Day.
I
Have
saw
you
that
seen
too.
that one yet?
Yeah.
So it's so funny. Spoilers with Disclosure Day. Look, it's been out for a hot minute. If you haven't seen it yet, that's on you.
They
But
disclose. They disclose. It gets
they
disclosed. Just to
disclosed.
let you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. It's in the title what it does. You know what I mean? But it's so funny because when she gets visited by the cardinal, and then she starts speaking in like other dialects and then
Yeah.
like the alien language. But like when she starts walking up to people and reading them and being like, yeah, you should, like when she starts seeing people's thoughts and like
Yeah.
feeling their stories.
Oh, and she was pulled over by the cop. I'm like, oh, that's Sturger. That's Sturger getting pulled over by a cop. That's exactly what she does.
That's exactly what it did to me in the movie theater. He looks over at me during that exact same scene and he goes, "This is you, by the way."
Yeah. That's the first thought that popped into my head when I saw. Oh, see, that's Jen. Jen would totally do that to the cop.
I got pulled over for the first time the other day, Eddie, since my
Oh,
surgery.
really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Sans
Yeah.
boobs.
Sans boobs. I got pulled over. Look, he had every right to pull me over. I didn't. There were so many reasons this guy could have pulled me over. Um, he didn't technically pull me over. I got the boop, and he was like
Right, right.
behind me, and then he pulled up next to me, and I was like, "Oh, here it comes." And when there's a cop behind you, and you're trying to pretend like there's not a cop behind you,
Yeah.
so you're maybe listen. Maybe this is something only I do. I'm finding out a lot of my life experiences like that. But when there's a cop behind me and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put my sticker on my license plate with my
Oh,
new
yeah.
registration. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's got a reason to pull me over. How big of a dick does he want to be today? And so I'm just doing that thing where you stare straight forward and pretend there's not a cop behind you that's clearly looking
It's
at
not
you and
happening.
running your plate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In complete denial, dissociating, staring at the light so hard with your hands at 10 to 2 that you're like, there's nothing you can pull me. I'm perfectly normal. I am perfectly normal, officer.
He's trying to pull someone else over, not me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That must have been for someone else. I was doing that. I was doing that so hard, Eddie. He pulls up next to me and he goes, "Hey, you can turn left on the green light, right? And not just the turn signal."
Oh, so yeah,
And
just a
I
regular green light. A yield left. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a yield left. And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And I went, and I started crying. And he goes, "I hope you have a better day." And he drove away.
It's
He
like I
was
don't want
like,
any part of this shit, and he drove away.
"I don't know what this is, but I don't want it."
I'm
He
not
was
stepping
like,
into this hot mess.
he he was just like, "I hope your day gets better." He was driving away.
Bye, not my problem. Bye.
But I didn't get a ticket.
No.
But yeah, you and Phil had the exact same reaction at the exact same point in the movie,
Yeah.
which was, you do this, right? This is you. This alien, this bitch who has alien powers is you. So anyways, yeah, and that's the way I felt last night, where I was just like all this angsty, like some of it was angsty, some of it was like mid social cues, and I was just like, I love that the template for any kind of alien woman is she might have autism. um but yeah, I got really fired up about that whole thing, where this idea that heroes, specifically women in
Yeah.
films, have to be perfect.
Yeah.
They have to be perfect, they have to be idyllic, and like that, that's something that you also see a lot in horror movies,
Yeah.
where it's like in order to survive the movie, you have to be final girl worthy, you know? And I
Well,
hate that.
a lot of people's image. I mean, because again, the comic book genre is very male dominated, and then when people think of a superhero, the first one that comes to their mind is Wonder Woman. That's just who everyone has in their like superheroes with dudes. It's like we got Superman, who's one type of person. You have Batman, who's a much darker person,
Much darker.
much more flawed person, and then like but as far as female superheroes go, it's always Wonder Woman is the first one you think of, and she's just a perfect. She's a god. She's a goddess.
Yeah.
So
She's a god, and there's no
you got to
room
fight through
for
that.
error with that. Yeah. I think there's way less vulnerability with that. And that was the thing that I thought Gal Gadot did a really good job, during her turn as Wonder Woman, where she was like, especially like through losing her, her lover, like I was just like, oh, you can see that even like she's got weak spots and even she's got vulnerabilities. You know what I mean?
Right. But she didn't run from who she was, whereas Supergirl goes to planets with red suns to escape
Yeah.
who she is.
It was very interesting how they handled like the addiction aspect of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's like you have to go out of your way
Yeah.
to be able to be an addict with superpowers.
Right. And that's how much she doesn't want them. That she's willing to
Yeah.
go to other planets and do that.
Yeah. There was a lot of it's funny, we spent a lot of time in that movie in like some Mos Eisley beats.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it was very, it had a very like sort of a Guardians of the Galaxy meets Mad Max feel to it.
Yeah.
It had that dystopian feel to it where like all these other planets, shit's going down. It's not sunny in all these other planets, which was
Did you
interesting.
catch?
It's
I feel like there were some cameos in there that like first of all are uncredited. I went to go look them up on IMDb and I was like, how are you not going to acknowledge who that was?
yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, there was that one alien in that first
In
bar
the
scene.
bus. Oh
Oh, in the
yeah,
the bus one?
who was the
I
alien in the
don't
first
know. I
bar
was
scene?
the guy who had like the things on his face.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but it was somebody. It was
The
someone.
voice was so
Yeah.
familiar and I was like,
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to know who this is.
Right. And the little thing, the little guy, that sounded like Seth Rogen. I don't know if that
Seth
was Seth Rogen.
Rogen. That's
That's
Seth
Seth Rogen,
Rogen,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
It's either Seth Rogen or it's someone doing an amazing Seth Rogen impression,
Yeah.
and they couldn't afford Seth Rogen. But that was who that was supposed to be, and that popped me when I heard the little voice. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I think the one criticism I had of it was it felt fast.
Yeah.
It felt like once they put their foot on the gas, they didn't let up the entire time. And so there were these really important moments that I don't feel like had enough breath behind them.
Right. Like it felt it the first half plodded along. It was slow, which I don't mind you opening up a movie slow. I'm fine with that. You don't have to come out of the gate
You
firing.
thought it
It's
felt
fine.
slow?
The first like maybe the first act and a half, and then once you got to that bar scene, it was just once you got to the bar scene, the first bar scene, it was light speed until the end of the movie.
It's so funny because I thought even the first half moved really fast. I
Yeah.
really did. Like I thought the
Okay.
first act moved really fast. And when I say that, I just mean like some of the emotional beats I was just like they could have sat in this a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like they could
They
have made us worry for her more.
I mean, they cut out 23 minutes apparently from the film. So, and you kind of
It felt that way.
you feel there's something missing there, or it affected the pacing a little bit by
What
cutting
was
out those
what was the
23 minutes.
reasoning behind it?
I don't know because it was only I think the running time was an hour and 38 minutes, which is a very quick movie nowadays.
Yeah.
You could have had that extra 23 minutes in there, made it a 2 hour film. I don't think that would have bothered anybody, but for some reason they cut out.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm very curious. It's so funny. I'm like, now I feel like a Snyder bro. Now I'm like, release the cut.
Release the full
Release
cut,
it.
man.
Release the full
Which
cut. Show
it's
me
weird
show
that
me what
yeah,
everything was gonna be.
yeah. I don't know why you cut out 23 minutes and it still would have been around a 2 hour movie. That doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah. I heard one of the things they cut down was the bar fight scene where they actually
well,
like
I mean, we
showed. showed more of it.
Right. Well, because that first bar fight, you see it from the girl's perspective, hiding under the table, which
Yeah,
is fine. I like it's fine. I don't need to see. I don't need any more superhero violence. That's fine. I would like to see
yeah.
other things. I would be more interesting to see than
What did you want
fighting.
more of?
Um, I probably would have liked more. I mean, it kind of felt like Lobo was just wedged in there a little bit. I would like to see
Yeah,
more. Maybe there's more history between Lobo and Supergirl. Maybe there's
yeah,
more of a reason for him to be there other than like, hey, we have Lobo.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind
That
the
would have
character.
been,
I mean, I love the character in the comics. Momoa looks like Lobo, so it works. It just that's the only part where it sort of felt like, why is he here?
yeah.
You know?
I was surprised how few jokes there were.
Yeah.
It didn't
But
have
again,
like the usual like jokey cadence. Again, like you were saying though, it's a darker world, you
yeah.
know.
I
That
mean,
was one
most
of
of the
those
jokes
things
came from the
from
little Seth Rogen guy. Was most of the jokes came
Seth
from him.
Rogen. There were a couple from Supergirl.
Yeah.
Um, usually just her being a dick, you know, and then a couple from Lobo. But like for the most part, like it was a darker film.
Yeah. Totally.
And I don't know, it kind of felt like remember when who was originally doing Justice League and then they had to hand it off?
Oh, well, Snyder was doing Justice League, and then what's his face? The guy that did
Joss
Avengers,
Whedon.
Josh Whedon took over, and
Yeah,
then he
Joss
just made it.
Whedon
He took Snyder's Dark Justice League and just tried to jam in a bunch of Avengers jokes.
slammed in a bunch of jokes. Yeah,
Yeah,
slammed in a bunch of
and
jokes
it
and then
felt
they were
uneven and
like,
weird. Yeah,
yeah. It didn't have that feel. It felt like the jokes were supposed to be there. It wasn't like, oh, they handed the
but again,
script to somebody.
I think because of the pacing issue, because you cut out 23 minutes, can affect the comedy of a film,
Yeah,
and so
that's a good point.
you're ripping out a comedy needs pacing. It needs a certain amount of timing to it, and you lop out 23 minutes, you can affect the comedy of a film.
But I thought Millie did a great job with it. Like I enjoyed
Yeah,
her, you
yeah, I
know.
thought she's great.
Enjoyed her. Like the the dog storyline, obviously.
I mean, I felt that kind of got a little lost midway through the urgency of the dog situation.
Yeah.
Um, they hit you hard with it at the beginning, and then it kind of you forget about in the middle, and at the end, it's like, okay, we solved it. Like it's just sort of like
Yeah. That was the
that
note that I had too, was I was
you kind
just
of
like,
lost it a little bit,
yeah, where I was like, oh, I'd have made her earn that moment a little more.
a little more. It just felt like that got dropped a lot.
Yeah. But man,
The urgency of that got dropped.
if someone hurt my dog, I'd go full John Wick.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt. It's like they like you don't in John Wick you don't forget about the dog at all. Every kill in John Wick, you're reminded of the dog. This just felt
This
like,
is
okay, well,
this
that
is
got
for
us started.
Fluffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this got us started, and then we're like, we're in it now. We're focused on this other story, and we're forgetting about that.
So I really encourage people though. How was your theater full?
Well, we went to like 11 p.m. show in the smaller theater because the other shows were sold out.
Yeah, I went
So
to a later show too. I was
mine wasn't sold out.
surprised. Mine was pretty full,
Mine was
and it
like
was
it
a
was like
late
three
show.
quarters full. It's 3/4 full, 11 p.m. and the smaller one, so it was okay.
Yeah, but what did Colton think of it?
He dug it. He
Yeah,
dug it.
thought it was fun. I
Yeah.
liked, and the music was still bumping. I thought they did a good job with the music. You
Yeah,
know,
the final fight scene, that cover of that what's the name of that song? They did a cover too. I can't remember the name of the. I think that wasn't the middle, was it? I forget.
no, it was the end.
The end. No, I mean the name of the song was it called? Is it called the middle? I forget.
Um,
Yeah, it's called the middle. They did a cover of the middle during that massive fight scene at the end where Supergirl's just flying around doing Supergirl shit. I think it's called the middle. There's a
yeah,
cover of the middle,
it's
and
Jimmy
I
Eat
thought
World. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I thought
They do the
that was
middle.
kind of
Yeah.
cool. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I thought because they were just showing it again from the girl's point of view,
Yeah,
you know,
which is
while
fine. Like that's cool to because we've seen the superhero fights. Let's watch someone's
yeah.
reaction to this shit going on around them. So
I liked that one better than I liked was it? Was it in Superman? I think it was in Superman where they did like the slow-mo action sequence with like the music and stuff. I liked this one
Yeah,
in Supergirl better just because I felt like it was a they somehow pulled off an emotional beat during a fight scene. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Which is what it felt like to me anyway. It might just be because I'm a girl. Yeah, I thought that that was a really cool moment. What are you doing? I know we have 4th of July coming up. So if you guys take the time, if you get tired of your families, go out and see the movies this week,
yeah.
support theaters. It's just a better experience than watching it on your couch. I don't
No,
know that it would feel as epic sitting on your couch,
no. Certain
even with
movies
this
have to be
big
seen at a theater.
even with as big of a TV as I have, I don't think it's epic enough.
Yeah, and I know shit's
I think I
expensive,
went
but
a I think I went a little overboard with the size of the television
no.
in
I
my
have an 80.
my living room,
I have a 75 inch.
which is exactly how wide your wall is.
Yeah, it gave Tracy panic attacks when we first bought it. It was too big. It was over.
Really?
It was too much. It was like over. It was like over sensing
It's
her.
like sitting in the front row of a movie theater.
Yeah, it was too much. She's used to it now, but I got yelled at for a while
I can totally see that.
because I was supposed
Where
to
are
go
you
get a
guys
65
going?
inch, and I cheated. I
Oh,
went.
it
I'm
was
going
on
to.
sale, Tracy.
It's only like $200 more than the 65 inch. Of course, you're getting 10 more inches for 200 bucks. It's common sense. It's common sense.
That's what she
Um,
said.
um, going to see my folks in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, going to see your family? Why did I think
Yeah.
you were going to see Tracy's? That's weird.
No, it's every summer we go back and see my family.
Oh,
See
nice.
them at her family we can drive to. My family, it's a ordeal to get to
It's a
them.
voyage for
Yeah, it's a
sure.
voyage, so we don't go as often. So we go every
Do you
summer for a
guys do
week.
anything?
I mean, it's Myrtle Beach. It's like there's miniature golf and there's movies and there's arcades and there's seafood. Like there's stuff to do. It's a touristy place. So
Is it? I forget. I've only been there once, and it was for like a band trip. And I just
yeah,
remember it
most a
being
lot of
kind of
bands go there.
boardwalky.
Yeah, it's very board. They're down by the beach. It's very boardwalky.
Yeah, but I don't remember us doing anything besides that. It was just like the boardwalk
There's the
was like our
boardwalk. There's
was our
arcades.
big
There's
day.
yeah. It's it's fun. It's nice and it's good to see my parents because I don't see them that much.
Did you get into any trouble when you were around there? You weren't even there. You weren't raised there.
No, I grew up
You
in
were raised in
Virginia.
Virginia.
My parents
Yeah.
retired down there because that's where we would vacation every summer as a family, and
Got it. So
so
you
they
did
moved
probably
down
get in
there.
some trouble down there.
Not really, because I we stopped doing those family vacations when I was like in middle school.
Oh.
Because when high school started, we started football, and I could my summers were kind of jacked because of football, so we didn't do the family vacations anymore. So middle school, I hadn't been there since I was like 12.
So it's fun to go back there still.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's okay. It's South Carolina,
I'm
so
going
it's
like same. I'm going back to Florida. It's my grandmother's 103rd birthday.
dude. That's amazing. That's so fucking
Can't
amazing.
stop, won't stop, Laverne.
That's amazing.
She
Are you guys doing
it's
anything big
great.
for it?
Not a surprise party.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Um, we're doing like a luncheon one day and then like a party the other day, but like I think that's what's happening. But it's like a 2-day celebration and then um they drive down to see fireworks on the 4th, but I'm heading home for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be a chill trip home and a quick trip home, but like I know it needs to happen. It's just
yeah,
the reality of like both my parents having health issues in the past month, plus my grandmother getting older. It's like
yeah,
you got to make time for those when you can,
for sure. I mean, that's.
you
I mean,
know.
I trust me. Flying back east with a whole family is a nightmare. It's a pain in the ass, but like you have to do it because my parents are in their
Do
80s.
you take the dog?
This time we're not. We usually do, which is a nightmare. But this time we have a dog sitter watching him for a week.
Oh, coming to your place and staying
No, he stays with him. Stanley will stay with the dog sitter.
with him?
It's a
Is it
dude,
like a
Justin. His name's
legit?
Justin.
Is it a
Yeah.
legit dog sitter, or do you have a friend that does it?
No, no, it's this guy Justin. He works at this place called Pour La Pooch, which is like a doggy daycare place that our close
Got
friend
it.
runs. And he's one of the dog people there. He's one of the dog sitters at Pour La Pooch. He watches the dogs and works with the dogs all day.
So
And
does
so
he
he runs
like
a
go
side business.
home with him,
Yeah,
or
he runs
does
a side
he? Okay.
business, and he'll take the dog. He'll take what he'll do is he'll take Stanley there while he's working there, and he'll play with the dogs, and then he'll take Stanley back to his place for the night, and then wake up and do
Does
it every day.
does Stanley really get along with other dogs?
When he's socialized for a minute, he does. It takes him a minute, and then once he's social, that's why we have to drop him off at Port La Pooch, so he socializes with all the dogs, and then when Justin takes him and some of the other dogs back home, everything's cool.
They're fine.
Yeah, fine. But
That's
the problem
relatable.
is Stanley's a grazer. He doesn't.
So he wants to eat all day?
He just sort of goes and grabs a bite and then walks around, grabs another bite. He doesn't eat when the bowl's put down. And like, so when he stays with Justin, there's other dogs there. Justin puts a food down at one point. They all eat, and then he takes it away. So Stanley loses like 5 pounds every time he stays with Justin because he doesn't eat.
Damn. And he'd probably guard the shit out of it if he did leave it down all day. Or the
Yeah,
other dogs would eat it.
yeah. Most dogs eat
Ah.
when the bowl's put down, and then you take the bowl away and they stop.
Kevin's ferocious eater. Like he
Yeah,
would, but Kevin would also eat all day long if you would let him.
not Stanley. Stanley will just walk by, grab a bite, keep walking. He doesn't. The grazer.
I think your dog has ADHD too.
He might. Well, yeah, it's a Jack Russell Terrier. They're the embodiment of ADHD, the physical manifestation of ADHD.
Has his behavior stuff gotten any better? I know he was like
No,
trying to like guard
same,
you guys from Colton.
same. It's funny
So
now, like
weird.
if Trace and I are laying in the bed, right? And Stanley's in the bed with us, and Colton comes into the room, and like Colton will start like walking around the bed like he's trying to get in the bed. Stanley will start walking around the perimeter of the bed on the mattress, trying to block Colton from
Try
getting in
me.
the bed.
Try
Yeah,
me. Try me.
like physically putting himself between Colton and the bed.
Hey, listen, no one's getting into your house. Like, no one is coming into your bedroom because
Right,
that
but all you
dog
gotta
will
do
let you
is
know.
one swift
Punch
kick
him.
and you've solved the problem. Yeah, it's not it's not a big obstacle to overcome.
That's the problem. Is one time I was here by myself in the middle of the night and Kevin heard something and he barked. And so, but then he like barked and then he like looked at the door and I was just like, yeah, but I feel like we've got to work out a better system, dude. And I was like, because now you just told whoever is in the house, we're in here,
Here,
we're here, we're right here. But anyways, we didn't get a Florida Man Friday for you guys. I'm so
sorry.
sorry. It was a long week trying to juggle and figure out when we were going to get this episode in. We will be
Yeah,
back in studio though for the following week and with lots of fun stories to catch up on. So thank
yeah.
you so much. We're still going to do a secret episode for you really quick though. So if you're part of the Patreon, look forward to that. Eddie, where can people find you?
Find me at Eddie Pence on all the socials or eddiepence.com. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating, positive text review. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and share.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next week on Not Today. Be safe, guys.
Bye.
Bye.